We now cross live to Taraba State Banquet Hall, where T.Y. Danjit Maha House, Jalingo for Taravest, showcasing Taraba, Nigeria's new investment frontier.
Vice President, His Excellency, Senator Kashim Shettima, His Excellency, the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, His Excellency, of course, a very humble young man, very empathic to the plight of the people of Taraba State, a very strong and resilient man, a man full of integrity. Dr. Abubakar, the chief host. For me, he's a God sent to Taraba State. And let me respectfully observe all other protocols for the want of time. On behalf of the Governor of Taraba State, His Excellency Dr. Abubakar, and all members of the main and local organizing committee, I am delighted to welcome you to the first Taraba State International Investment Summit, tagged Taravest 2025, holding here today in Jalingo, the capital city of Taraba State. Indeed, your presence and smiling faces and eagerness to participate in the summit and other economic activities in the state underline the interest the global business community has in the abundant mutually beneficial investment opportunities that abound in Taraba State. With the theme, Unlocking Taraba's Investment Potentials, Advancing Agriculture, Energy, Mining, Industrialization for Sustainable Growth and Development. It is clear that Taravest is a bold and assertive step by Taraba State under the visionary leadership of Governor Kefas to harness and transform the abundant natural resources into economic wealth and better living standard for the people with corresponding return on investment. It is against this backdrop that our committee, of course they are here, handsome faces and beautiful ladies. Committee, upon inauguration by Governor Kefas on Friday, the 11th of April 2025, immediately leveraged our plans on the international business ties and the friendly investment environment already established and engendered by the governor with the required security measures, business enabling policies, infrastructure, which have made Taraba State a rewarding investment paradise. On the strength of that, we rolled out a very ambitious plan, not only to showcase Taraba State to the world, but more importantly, to make Taraba State the world investment stage. We are therefore excited with the caliber of personalities that you will rarely see, especially Aliko Dangote and Tony Elumelu. We are therefore excited with the caliber of personalities in this summit, top government officials, members of the diplomatic community, multinationals, captains of industries, global business decision makers, and investors from across the world. Your presence today and the massive following in the international media underpin the worldwide interest in investment opportunities in Taraba State. The message of Taravest is extremely and very clear, unambiguous. Taraba, the Africa's new investment frontier, is open for business. The land is beautiful, fertile and fruitful. The waters, forests, alluring landscapes, brimming with wealth, the massive renewable energy, vast reservoir of mineral resources, gold, uranium, kaolin, gypsum, barite, bauxite, and many more waiting to be harnessed. Technology is thriving, the state is secure and peaceful, and the benefits are mutual and return on investment is comprehensively guaranteed. Let me make you laugh a little bit. Tarabans are physically fit. 2 days ago, we took on Work for Life to ascertain whether Tarabans are ready to receive investors, and they got 99.99%. I therefore welcome you to a robust business-to-business B2B and business-to-government B2G matchmaking interactions as we look forward to the signing of strategic MOUs and sealing of mutually beneficial investment deals in productive and service sectors. On this note, the organizing committee proposes that in line with the vision of Governor Abubakar, the essence, aspiration, industry, enterprising spirit, and gains of Taravest should not only be sustained, but also transition into viable businesses, economic and commercial decisions, and activities that will firmly establish Taraba State as an all-time global investment hub. Finally, may I use this opportunity to thank him, our amiable, handsome, good-looking Governor Abubakar, for the confidence he reposed in my colleagues, the men and local organizing committee, even as I deeply appreciate all members. They're here, they're my bosses, and I'm their servant, for their unalloyed dedication, loyalty, commitment towards the success of this summit. Seeing all of you, we are ready to receive all investors. Please open your briefcases and let us see the dollars. Thank you for listening.
That is not the kind of applause I expect for that. The man took us all over the world. And I have me thank him. He said the president has actually acclaimed you as the best acting broadcaster celebrating 50 years. The president did that because I just did that 2-3 years ago. My program that started in the regime of President Bola Tinubu when he was governor, attained also 25. So this man now said, "Bisi, what are you doing?" I had left MCing, wouldn't have been seeing it for a long time. I leave it to the younger ones. Even the broadcast, the viewers that you see, I also sit down and watch, and I thank God for that. But let me put your hands together for this governor for accepting me as one of his. He's coming back home to Taraba here. Reverend Jordan Yami, during your term, were here. And of course, sister who's here representing the family, Sante was also here when we were reigning as the only program you can bet your money on. But in the meantime, we'll have to do things quickly, and let me now call quickly then. Let's go quickly then on a young man who will become an emir very soon. He asked me to please yield the stage for him to introduce the man who's going to speak to us now. And that happens to be Alhaji Aliko Dangote, GCON.
Mr. Vice President, sir, Kashim Shetima, GCON, banker by profession, politician by calling, leader by divine design. Your Excellency, my governor, our governor, the people's governor, executive governor of Taraba State, Starboy, Abubakar speaking. Your Excellency, former governor, pride of the youth in Nigeria, not only in Nigeria, but in Africa, south of the Sahara, Governor Bago of Niger State. Your Excellency, my leader, my boss, my mentor, my benefactor, Waziri Adamawa, potential entry in this country, former Vice President, Alhaji Atiku, Abubakar, GCON. His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, Saad Abubakar, all the Royal Highnesses here, my Lord Bishops, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the diplomatic corps and consular services. Mr. Vice President, sir, I know, you know, more than I do, that this is Taraba State, the nature's gift to the nation. Perhaps a better place for you than both Borno and Abuja combined. Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President for the Republic of Nigeria, Kashim Shetima, GCON, I therefore say you are welcome home, in home, not away from home. To cut the long story short, sir, my business is simple and simplified. To invite another divine wonder, a pride to Africa, a leader of men and materials, a manager by excellence, somebody whom I describe as overblessed by God because of love and mercy. I want to invite my brother, the shining star of Black Africa, the shining star of Black business enterprises, a leader of men and materials, generalissimo, general of generals in the field of industry and business, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, to please come forward and address Alhaji Aliko, sir.
This is saying people in Nigeria and Africa, man. Your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by His Excellency, the Vice President, Kashim Shetima, GCON, Your Excellency, former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, GCON, His Excellency, Dr. Abubakar, who is our host today, His Excellency, the Governor of Niger, who is the King of Agriculture, and I'm really not surprised to see him here because he is the one driving the entire agricultural progress. Distinguished senators and members of the House of Reps that are here with us, His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, Your Eminence, you are welcome, sir. Bankers, entrepreneurs that are here with us, then the leadership of Taravest, led by my junior brother, Honorable Elimelu, well done for a great job. you and your team. I think we're a bit late, so I will try and speak for just a few minutes. Your Excellencies, when I got a call from the governor, I told him that, Your Excellency, I'm sorry I won't be able to attend because I've already planned to travel to US. But I said, no, but it is an investment, please can you try and come? And I said, okay, well, what's my job in Nigeria? My job in Nigeria is to mobilize and make sure people do invest in our country. So I had to actually shift my trip rather than leaving early in the morning today to now leave late at night and cancel some appointments. So Excellency, I must really congratulate you for gathering all of us to come and invest. I'm pleased to be here today to attend the 2025 Taraba International Investment Summit. I thank the organizers of this summit, Taraba government, and the visionary governor, His Excellency Dr. Abubakar, for inviting me to be part of this great occasion. The theme of summit, unlocking Taraba's investment potentials, advancing agriculture, energy, mining, and industrialization for sustainable growth and development, is apt and timely given the need to diversify the economy of the state and attract investors. This is not actually only inviting people to now come and attract, it's also to showcase what you have. Right from almost 20 minutes before we landed here, the entire place is green. This is the best place for agriculture. Your Excellencies, private sector investors play a major role in economic diversification and unlocking of latent resources to wealth. They are those that should create wealth and prosperity, by that extension to also create security. I commend the government of Taraba State for embarking on extensive reforms to open the state for business. The State Action on Business Enabling Reforms, which is SABR, designed to improve business environment in Taraba State, is commendable, and it showcases the administration's commitment to attract investors to the state. I understand that SABR, which focuses on streamlining regulations, reducing bureaucracy, and fostering a conducive climate, creates an investment-friendly, is expected to stimulate economic activities, create jobs, prosperity, and reduce poverty. Taraba State is endowed with agriculture, tourism, solid mineral resources. These resources offer immense investment opportunities for investors. There are opportunities for processing natural resources. The state has huge potential for tourism, being the home of captivating landscapes, including Mambila Plateau, Nigeria's highest point. But Your Excellency, as you know, yes, Taraba is actually endowed with all this. But this thing can remain underground for decades, for years. The only way to get them out and create jobs and prosperity is bringing these God-given resources out of the ground. And I want to thank you for inviting people to come and see by themselves. We are actually, we're here. I want to give a word of advice, Your Excellency. The only way for you to attract foreign investments or investors is by having local investors. Domestic investors are the ones that actually attract foreign investment. If you don't invite local investors to come and invest, no foreigner will come and invest here. Foreigners are attracted when things are good. Once they see that, yes, things are flowing, you don't have to invite them. They will now come. You know, that's what I keep saying, that have you ever had any restaurant inviting people to come and eat? They don't. But you will hear about a good restaurant and then you will now go and have a good meal. Second one is that the economy of Asia, the economy of Japan, the economy of Middle East, all over the world are actually economies that were created by their locals. If the locals don't invest, forget it. No foreigner will come and invest. The foreigners will come, they will invest, but not as a local. Well, what is the benefit of government when people come and invest, they make a lot of money? When people invest, they make a lot of money. The biggest beneficiary and also the biggest shareholder is who? Is the government. You know, I'm sure it might be shocking to you to know that federal government of Nigeria, not even the state, they make more money from, for example, our cement business. For every 1 naira we turn around, 52 kobo goes to the federal government of Nigeria. So, and that's the benefit. When have no business in business. If it's true, they don't have business in business, though, how are they going to make money, educate people, you know, do the hospitals, roads, infrastructure? It's through what? Taxes. Have you ever heard of American government owning oil block? No, American government, they don't own oil block, and they are the biggest producers of oil today in the world. They make their money through taxes. So I want to encourage will not be able to create jobs. It's true, you are our political leaders. Political leaders will give all sorts of promises. If they give a promise of creating jobs, they don't have factories. They are not in business. They are not in the business of either industry, banking, or whatever. So the only way for them to create prosperity and wealth is through private sector. So they always say, okay, private sector is engine of growth. Private sector, if it's true, they are engine of growth, then there must be cooperation between the government and the private sector. And I'm happy now His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has declared that Nigeria first. Declaration of Nigeria first means we will now focus on internal and will create more jobs. We want to thank him. I think you should clap for the President. Taravest State, Your Excellency, the Governor, you have what it takes to create prosperity here. Because when you look at countries like Singapore and Co, they had nothing. But what you have now, you have solid minerals, you have the best agricultural land. What else are you going to ask God for? The only way for you now to actually deliver to your people is to invest in attracting investors to now come. Start with domestic investors, and I can tell you, this state can easily be the shining star of the country. Excellencies, I know that time is of essence. I want to once again congratulate His Excellency. We will, as I speak, we as the Dangote Group, we will partner with the state to invest heavily here. And I want to thank all our political leaders that are here to also plead that please please, we are ready. We will not go anywhere and invest. This is home. We want to remain at home. We want to keep investing in Nigeria. We want to keep creating jobs. And nobody will take a dime to his grave. So if nobody will take a dime to his grave, what will give us the satisfaction of even being human beings is to make sure that we impact the lives of other people. Impacting the lives of other people is by massively creating jobs. We'll keep creating jobs, jobs and jobs and jobs. Thank you.
Your hands please together for very rich work. Mai girma mataimakan shugaban kasa da ya so nan wurin madadinsa, dukkan kuma abin da zan bukata da wurin dukkan wannan wurin Najeriya ma gaba daya wurin kai ma addu'a Najeriya addu'a ba abin da zai taba Najeriya nan. Kuna ji na ba mu da abin da muke cewa kenan domin Najeriya ya tafi. Amma nan ni ko ne ba kuna na yi titiani mo na ko no ta kan nye onye kwa bebe ya ka o ezigbo aka ihe na yo no bu ka na ekpere ka Nigeria we dị mma ọ dị mma ọkwa nwa ọ dị mma maka gị na na-eche na ekpere biko oge dey pray make Nigeria better. Me, I don't get any government past Nigeria. Now, Taraba is culturally diversified, ethno-religious peace reigns here. And that's what we're trying to preach even with this Taravest. Because everybody that you know is here. So ladies and gentlemen, before we go on, let me just recognize Honorable Emmanuel Kojo Agayon, Member of Parliament, Minister Special Initiatives with the President of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, who's a good friend of Nigeria. He represents him. Your hands please together for him. Thank you. Now, I spoke about this man before he came, and I've been all over the place saying, because the recent event we had, we also gave him an award. We say that he is the man who is building the most in terms of Africans. He just collects them and gives them the happiness for everyone mantra. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Mr. Tony. I'd like to just wait. Pastor, come and pray for this man and tell us more about him. You know him more than I can do. Your hands together for Tony, ladies and gentlemen.
I wonder what he wants me to say. But let me put on record that Mr. Tony Melu, a banker, an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, a good manager of resources, a life coach, an encyclopedia of business. His empire is global. He's one man who has refused the chieftaincy title anywhere. That is why we still refer to him as Mr. He started his business with his beloved mother. I was privileged to be with Mama, and she kept me for about 2 hours telling me how the business started. Today, when you talk about UBA, Transcorp, they're all laced together and the heads holding. Let's make welcome this man who has been spreading joy across Africa, Mr. Tony.
Distinguished guests, Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, our ex-Vice President, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, GCON, our host Governor, Dr. Kefas, my own governor, Governor Bago, His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, Sir Abubakar, and Archbishop of Abuja, and Bishop Kagama, Honorable Nudi Elumelu, Coordinator, Chief Servant. I'm honored to be here this morning. I just flew in from Qatar, Doha. I was there, and the governor, I was first in Dubai when the governor called and said he would like me to be here. I said, my brother, please, I'm trying. He said, you have to be here. I said, I will obey and I will come. But more importantly, what triggered my decision to come is what is being held today, investment. Yesterday in Doha, I spoke about investment. I shared with the world for business, and that the future we speak for Africa is here and now, and that we have opportunities in Africa. What we are doing here today speaks to that, and I wish we could beam this to the entire world to see what this state, as in other states also in the country, are endowed with. So, Mr. Governor, I commend this, and as Alikash, the king of the private sector, said not long ago, what is good for local investors is good for foreign investors. So we look forward to partnering and working with you in making your vision come true. The reason I love investment and I preach investment wherever I go to is that it has a lot of benefits. First, it helps to engage our young ones. I am a champion for our young ones, champion of African youth, Nigerian youth. I believe strongly that employment is one sure way of empowering our young ones. Employment is a way of bringing dignity to everyone. In fact, I have often said it's a betrayal of a generation for people to leave school and not be able to find good jobs. So when we encourage investment, we are helping to create employment for our people. We are helping to economically empower our people. So this is commendable. Investment also helps to improve security. Where you have investment, people behave better. So we need to all encourage this, not just in Taraba, but in other states of the Federation. And then this investment in agriculture will also help us deal with the issue of food security. So that, as they say, hungry man is an angry man. Let's feed our country so that people will be happy and we'll have calmness and peace everywhere. But for us to do this, there are a few things we must also do. And since we have our political leaders, I want to say, improving access to electricity is so critical in attracting and supporting investment in the country. Improving the security situation also helps, and most importantly, ease of doing business. But the good thing is, I see Aisha here. When I came in, as I was going to read the big orgas, I had to hug her. I hugged her because I know what she and her team are doing at NIP. So Aisha, well done. We need more of your catalytic impact so that things will improve in the country. I must say also, yesterday, one of the questions they asked me, it's been reported in the press today, is about currency. I commended the federal government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that we have stability now. Not that the rate is not high, but there's stability. And when there's stability, investors like it, so you can plan. Things are predictable. And I want to see us continue to do well and further bring currency rate down. So we need, as Aliko said, we are ready for investment, but we need to make sure the operating environment is right for us to do so. In our group, I want to assure His Excellency Mr. Governor that we will, at Transcorp Group, support what you're doing here. The presidency of Transcorp came with me. I don't know where she is, Dr. Owen or Mobiafo, stand up please. She came with me because I said we must invest more in Taraba. We already have investment in Taraba, but we need to invest more in Taraba still. So we'll take note of that. And the Tony Melu Foundation will continue to support young Taraba men and women. We have supported quite a lot. Each giving non-refundable seed capital of $5,000 to help them, in hundreds of them, to help them succeed. We would invest more because for me, investment in our young one is the most fundamental and powerful investment we can give to people. So we invest in our young one from this state and other states of the country. We invest in industries here, and United Bank for Africa will continue to serve and help payment services in Taraba. Thank you so much and good luck, Your Senate.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Now, the lady that describes herself in such an apt way, corporate company, she will now engage us in the next item. Your hands please together for her. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that warm introduction, Kubisi. The Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON. Sir, with your permission, permit me to stand on existing protocols in reference to our short time. Distinguished guest, permit me to welcome, representing the Nigeria Governors Forum, the Chairman, His Excellency the Executive Governor of Kwara State, Alhaji Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, ably represented by His Excellency the Governor of Niger State, Alhaji Mohammed Umar Bago. A round of applause for him. Welcome, you, sir. Please let's make him feel welcome.
Go.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the Vice President, my brother, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, GCFR, His Excellency, the President of Ghana, ably represented by the Minister for Spatial Development, Mr. Emmanuel Angieko, Your Excellency, the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Your Excellency, the host governor, my brother, the Chief Whip of the Youth Forum of the Governors Forum, Dr. Abubakar, representative of other governors here present, our Royal Father, Your Eminence, Sultan of Sokoto, other very important stakeholders here present, but I will not forget to mention Aliko Dangote and my boss, Tony Elumelu. A lot of you wouldn't know a lot about me. He mentored me in the banking sector. I worked for 14.5 years. So what you see here is a product of Tony Elumelu Thank you very much. I have a very long speech here from the NGF, but I think because of time, I will abridge it. The chairman of the NGF, Governor Abdulrazak, is sending his felicitation to the government and people of Taravest State. He has asked me to reassure you of the cooperation of subnationals in whatever we decide to bring development to the people of Taravest State. However, he decided to say I should represent him because I'm the chief farmer of Nigeria. So I told my brother, Kefas, I said, Kefas, you have small similarity with Niger State, but today is your day. So let me talk about Taraba State. All the factors of production are inherent here in Taraba State. And it was enumerated in the speech of Aliko Dangote. You have the land, you have water, you have sun.
Yes, sir.
People from the Europe will barely farm for 3 months in a year, but we can farm 24 hours, 7 days, 365 days a year. It means we have no business in poverty. So the government must be an enabler of businesses. You must provide enabling environment for businesses to thrive. You must invest in assets and capital procurement so that the private sector can concession and use to produce for our people. So as a former governor, I want to see the state government partner with big companies who are doing construction. I saw beautiful roads and I see what you are doing. Congratulations. Let them use those dozers. Let them use those heavy earth-moving machines to prepare, cultivate land, and allow people to come and farm.
So let me fix the legs.
And to the people of Taraba State, nobody is coming to invest in agriculture that wants to take your land. You can't take it. The land in Wukari is called Wukari. The one in Bali is called Bali. The one in Mambila is called Mambila. So any investment that is brought in, both locally and internationally, is meant for your people. So I want to thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to talk on behalf of the NGF and also on behalf of Niger State government, and wish you a very successful summit. Thank you and God bless you.
By the way, he put on 3 caps here today. The governor of Niger State, governor representing the governor, the chairman of the Governors Forum, and of course, Niger State itself. Thank you very much for coming. And like we heard Aliko Dangote say, you are the best man to come here because you are a good example in agriculture. Actually calling yourself farmer governor. Well done, sir. God bless. Now, my colleagues, where are you? The next thing will be, we have 3 very important things to do here. Pastor, the lady amongst us, let's have you. His Eminence, Muhammad Abubakar III, Sultan of Sokoto, and His Grace, Most Reverend Dr. Ignatius Kaigama would have some presentation at this point in time. But let me then call on the young man amongst us. He says he's a general, but his appeal to the armed forces that his own general of his, the armed forces of his home, of his family, he said, your hands together to the young one. Your hands please together for him. Thank you.
Your Excellencies here present today, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. For disclaimer, please, I know there are generals here in the army. I am not a military general. Before I invest in trouble, we are here for Taravest. I don't want to invest in trouble. I want to leave this place in peace. So I am the general overseer of my family. Yes. So I would want to bring up a father, a mentor, to tell us something. But those of you who are accustomed with the northern tradition, you would know there are certain things that we do in Hausa. So I would want to attempt to speak to him in Hausa. I would want to say some things in Hausa before I bring up our father. So permit me to say, Ranka Shidadi, the girman kujeranka, duk wanda ka taka ya taku, gungunin madara baka sasa, ga kanan gungun a hauka azami, duk kofar da ka rufe ya rufu, duk kofar da ka bude ya budu. At this point, if your hands are not too busy, please join me in making welcome His Eminence Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar III, the Sultan of Sokoto. Please put those hands together for our father.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم. Your Excellencies, Mr. President, heavily represented by very able, indefatigable Vice President and the former Vice President and the governors and the former governors and deputy governors here present, our investment stakeholders, most notably, I call him Mr. President with small p, Aliko Dangote. He is president of Dangote Group, but president with small p. And his twin brother, his friend, Tony Elomelu. I'd like to recognize you for obvious reasons, the two of you, because you are two Nigerians we are so proud of. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I deliberately stayed back to recognize my own, I call him young officer. He was very young when we were in the army, and I'm a senior by far. So I call him young officer, but the young has grown. He's somebody I personally am so proud of. So many years of working with him. In my 18 years as Sultan, we have been very close. Today, as the wish of Almighty, he is here as the governor of this beautiful state, Taraba. I call him Kefas and he remains Kefas. We thank Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for bringing us. But we always remember what Almighty Allah has done to us, and has always been very kind to us in our lives, not because we are different from other human beings or other beings in the world, but we are one big family. And of course, whenever we start a program like this, we greet all of you, all our brothers and sisters here and those watching in the best form of greeting. I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Whenever you are called towards the end of the program to speak, you find yourself in between two hills, because most of the things you would love to say, as have been said by other speakers. So if you start saying them, you'll be sounding like a broken record. But we thank Allah for bringing us to Jalingo, this beautiful city today, for this Taraba Investment Summit. It's a very historic summit. I've been fortunate to attend investment summits in Kaduna, Kano, and Niger states in the past. And today, as it pleased Almighty Allah, we are all gathered in Jalingo for this Taraba Investment Summit, a very historic one. The summit brought all of us together as big wigs in the business industry, as political leaders, as traditional and spiritual leaders of this great country, and those also out of the country.
I can go more than that.
We're here for this summit. You see the opportunity of this God-given resources of Taraba State to see how we can contribute to the development of this state for the benefit of humanity. When Kefas called me sometimes in April, he said, "Sir, I would like to invite you to Taraba." I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "The investment summit." And I told him I have been to so many investment summits, but I went to see the very positive aspects or turnout of such summits. So he said, "This one is going to be different." So I said, "Okay, inshallah, let me know the date." He said 21st May. So I marked it down. Yesterday I pulled his leg. I said, "Please excuse me. I won't be able to come for tomorrow's summit." He shouted and said, "No, I'm coming to Sokoto." But I just wanted to test him. Because it's an assurance, it's a promise made over 4 weeks ago. And I'm very happy that Almighty Allah has made it possible for us to be here to fulfill that promise. So, Kefas, we are very happy for you for bringing this distinguished ladies and gentlemen of high repute from across the world to Taraba to see how they can invest and support the development of Taraba. And I have always said, whenever any place is developed in this country, it's Nigeria that is being developed. So develop Taraba, and I'm sure you're developing this country. Our presence here is a very big statement that we believe in what the governor is doing. We believe in his ability to turn things around. We believe he has that strength and, of course, youthfulness. Chief whip of the governors. And I know why. Because as a soldier, he wouldn't have gotten any better name than being chief whip, to whip in other civilians in line. But most of the governors are civilians. But having been through the military, I think you're at a very good place to whip them in line to do what is right always in such a disciplined manner. So our presence here is to show that yes, we believe in this program for today for the development of Taraba. As spiritual and traditional leaders, we've always reached out to people, to our political leaders, to please do something and change the scenario. There have been very negative scenario in the country in the past couple of years. In Taraba, it's been that bad. But at least today, we have that confidence, say, yes, somebody somewhere is doing the right thing, being very pragmatic in handling the affairs of Taraba, and everybody can come to Taraba peacefully and invest. And I think it's important for us to know that no matter how much you try to lure people to come to your place, if there's no security, they won't come. It's been said before. But in the past 2 years, and I've been discussing with Kefas, and I've seen a lot of changes. Taraba is being more secure than it used to be, and people can come in peacefully. And I believe that. And that's why we're here as traditional and religious leaders to give you that moral and spiritual support as you struggle to make Taraba a much better state than you make it, and also to lay stronger foundation for whoever comes behind you to continue to build, so that we will have a very peaceful and developed state. But as I've said, things are changing very positively, and I mean it. Because by what we've been discussing with him, and I know what plans he has, and he needs our prayers, he needs our support, and I want to assure you, you have our support 100%. And I believe you deserve to be supported by all. For seeing even the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar here, that shows that at least you are in his good books. Try to be in the good books of all, but try to fear Almighty God whenever you are doing things. Because in the affairs of people, fear God. But in the affairs of God, fear nobody. And I think it's important for us to always bring such issues up, as we have learned in the past. And I believe, as the last speaker said before me, I think, okay, it was Tony, no matter what you do, what you have to do, you cannot develop without power. I was asking the governor whether the Kashiribela Dam has been completed and is running. He said only about 30-40%. We need it 100%. I think we have to focus on that, because if that dam had been completed and is generating power, a lot of problems we are having with power would have been history by now. But it took so many years for the successive governments to really work on that. I think we must concentrate in that direction, complete the whole project, let it give power to everywhere, not only in Taraba, but all around the northeast and in the country in general. So I'd like to thank you most sincerely for inviting us, and we thank you on behalf of my colleagues, the traditional leaders in this country. The ONU was supposed to be here. I spoke with him last night, and he was not aware that he had been invited, but he was in Ife after last night, and he said he won't be able to make it because there's no airport at Ibadan, it's closed down. He couldn't drive. So I told him that, well, since I'm here as the national chairman, and you are the co-chairman, whatever I say, I will hold you responsible. You will also know that I'm holding you to it, and you must accept whatever I say. So on behalf of all traditional leaders in this country, we assure you get us of our total support, not only in Taraba, but across the country. There are so many traditional leaders who are into businesses. You can reach out to them, like Oni is one of them. They have links, they have reach to so many people across the world. And in our, I won't say shadow, under our umbrella, under our, well, let me say shadow, you can hide under us and do whatever you think is right, but don't do wrong things. If you do wrong things, we'll pull your ears and we'll correct your mistakes. So we thank you, His Excellency, the Vice President, for coming. And thank all of you here for being part of history. We're happy to have you here. This is our program, and we will continue to work towards attaining that highest level of development, not only in Taraba, not only in the northern part of the country, but in the entire Nigerian state. We thank you most sincerely. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Well, by the way, there was something like a communication gap, because all Neo Ife, the royal father extraordinaire, actually has a representative here. Oh, I hear that the Oni has landed. Let's just say KBC. Let's have KBC here. Ironium. Because you are 1 minute. Good news, it just landed now. So when he comes, he will also speak to us. But let me thank him very much. He was the royal father of the day when I turned 50 in broadcasting and 25 years of this BOS. So he will come and talk to us later. But in the meantime, we want to balance the religious equation on equal keel. Let me call then on our pastor, who's going to bring His Eminence, His Grace, Most Reverend Dr. Ignatius Kaigama.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have been directed to invite the Nigerian prelate of the Catholic Church, the Archbishop of Abuja, the first Bishop of Jalingo, a son of the soil, His Grace, Most Reverend Dr. Ignatius Kaigama. Shall we put our hands together for him? I'm reliably informed that he just returned from the Vatican. He was among those who had chosen the new Pope.
Wow, standing here, you cannot but be overwhelmed by the presence of dignitaries, an array of personalities. It's so impressive. How I wish you got the chance to stand here and you will know what I'm talking about. And as for protocol, we are very poor in need in the church. In the church, we only say, dear brothers and sisters. But here we have to distinguish the different categories of excellencies and others. So I can just say, Your Excellency, the President of Nigeria, represented by His Excellency, the Vice President, Your Excellency, the former Vice President, Your Excellency, the Governor of Taraba State, the very many dignitaries, the ambassadors I have seen in Abuja. We have met at different fora, and I'm so happy to see them here. It means they have a special interest in Taraba State. So I thank God for bringing us all here. This Taraba State International Investment Summit, the brainchild of the Governor of Taraba State, His Excellency Governor Abubakar, is a great innovation. And today, Taraba State, like a magnet, with its multiple gifts bestowed by no one other than God, has attracted all of you, high-level international personalities, government and private sector players, men and women of caliber, to come and see, and from seeing, to do all you can to translate what you see into something very productive. Our beloved Taraba State, often referred to as nature's gift to the nation, is no doubt a land of immense natural beauty and largely untapped economic potentials. Many have spoken about the variety of things God has blessed us with. I don't need to dwell on that. We can only ask those who have spoken, the gurus of business, that what they have said, they will follow it up, so that our state will develop even better than any state in Nigeria. My early formative years were all here in Taraba State, having been born in Kona, just some few kilometers from here. But of all my nearly 44 years as a Catholic priest, I have spent only 2 years as a priest and 5 as a bishop in Taraba State. And they say, out of sight is not out of mind. My love for Taraba State is undying. Wherever I go, I'm proud and confident to say that I am a Tarabian. Taraba State's strategic position and location should be very inviting to investors. As the state government continues to develop its infrastructure and human capital, we hope that Taraba State will stand as a promising destination for global investors seeking sustainable and profitable ventures. I have been asked to speak on religious tolerance in understanding, managing the natural resources in Nigeria. Rather, I chose to speak on Taraba State, a land of immeasurable investment possibilities, the need for positive religious practices to create the common good from Taraba's many natural resources. Peace and security can only become attainable in a society that encourages ethnic and religious tolerance. Lack of tolerance undermines the benefits of development by obliterating natural and economic resources and infrastructure, which in turn obstructs societal progress. Religion should build its adherents, not to destroy or to dominate, or to alienate others. This offends God terribly. Religious tolerance is the act of accommodating and accepting people of other faiths or beliefs in the course of interpersonal or group relationships. Tolerance is an inevitable ingredient for peace, which harmonizes different religious and ethnic groups in a heterogeneous system. Thus, the pathway to peace, security, and sustainable development among individuals from diverse ethnic and religious affiliations is tolerance and mutual acceptance. There is no doubt and no question that tolerance creates room for dialogue and good relationships, which in turn brings about enduring peace, development, and security. People should be educated to desist from religious fanaticism and embrace peace for sustainable development, because no religion preaches violence. During football matches, Nigerians watch keenly and collectively the matches that have been played. And each time a goal is scored, they all rise up in excitement and shout as one people belonging to one nation. Nobody says that that goal scored was by a Muslim. Nobody says that that goal scored was by a Christian. We just shout because Nigeria has scored. May Nigeria continue to score. There are several intermarriages between Christians and Muslims, which have lasted several decades and have produced children. The current president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is a very good example. As a Muslim, he has been married to a Christian woman, a pastor for that matter, for several years, and their marriage has been successful. 4 of us Catholic bishops were together with President Tinubu in Rome just last Sunday for the inauguration of the new Pope. And for me, that was a very significant gesture from a president who is a Muslim. A good sign on his part of concrete interreligious dialogue. Interreligious dialogue doesn't have to be theoretical, it has to be concrete. The dialogue of life. As a Muslim, he went to an overwhelmingly Christian event and he was well received by the Pope. This is so important. I was in Senegal recently and I saw what it means to live in harmony between the Muslim majority and the Christian minority. The president, a young man of 44, came out and received us so well, a Muslim. They have 98% Muslims. only maybe 2% Christians, but they were so generous, so good, so courteous. He came to welcome us. We were very impressed. In Gambia too, I have been, where there is a Christian minority and a Muslim majority, they coexist peacefully. Trivial matters about religion do not result in hostile confrontation or the destruction of human lives, as it happens in some parts of our beloved country. For any nation to live in peace and ensure development, the citizens must imbibe the spirit of tolerance, irrespective of religious or tribal affiliation. Religion has always been a vehicle of peace and tolerance. It is only the abuse of religion that engenders violence. It's only the abuse of religion that engenders violence. Every religion should preach peace, love, and peaceful coexistence. To tolerate someone else's religion is an act of power and wisdom. To fail to tolerate someone because of his or her religion is an act of weakness, and I may even add wickedness. Tolerance is the pivot for nation building in every pluralistic society. It is an inevitable ingredient for peace, which harmonizes different religious and ethnic groups in a heterogeneous system. For Nigeria to join the League of Developed Nations, the government must be forthright in its fight against religious or ethnic issues that retard our progress. May the Lord, who has begun the good work in Governor Abubakar, with the support of all of us here from Taraba State and those who have come from all over to support this state, may all these efforts bring this genuine and very important effort of the governor to a successful completion, making Taraba State a very famous business hub. All we need to do is to appreciate God and to stop unhealthy rivalry, use the land to produce food rather than quarrel and fight over it, at the end of which nobody gains. If in Christianity peace is the key word, in Islam the greeting is Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you. We should allow industries and any venture that is brought here to flourish so that they will benefit us as well as the investors on the solid foundation of peace. Ufuk Dialogue Foundation, a Nigerian-based Turkish organization geared towards the promotion of dialogue and a culture of coexistence, has this famous line which I like. This is a Muslim organization. It has this famous line: reserve in your heart a seat for everyone. Reserve in your heart a seat for everyone. Please, I beg you all and all Nigerians, let us reserve in our hearts a place for everyone. And I can assure you that peace will flow like a river, and our God-given natural and human resources will bear immeasurable dividends. May the peace of God be with us all.
I don't know what to do. He said, I one shake and make it give me, I'm going to take shake too. He said, when you see that they never leave me alone. And I pray. Like before I come here, I fast. I will say, go take her. You're never too late. Your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for His Grace, Most Reverend Dr. Ignatius Kaigama. And all you said about our president is true. It's truly true. Thank you, and I hope you can learn lessons from it. I'm married to a lady who used to be a Muslim when I only converted, and for the past 44 years, we have been married. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us take away anything to do with religious bigotry or anything religious differences. It doesn't help. That's what my father was trying to say, my father in the Lord, spiritual father, by the way. Now we have so many people who have attended this event. I'll just browse through these names quickly so that we can go to the next event, the next program actually, which is to invite the Waziri Adamawa here. But just give me 1 second. We have the Ambassador of Algeria here, Ambassador of Angola, Antigua and Barbados, Cuba, Czech Republic, Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Lebanon, Mexico and the spouse, Malaysia, Serbia, Somalia, Sao Tome and Principe, Tunisia, Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Indonesia, Iran, Antigua and Barbuda and Angola is also here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Zambia, Rwanda, I'd like to put hands together for all of them. And Belgium ambassador and Chinese consul general. She's here with us, so hands together for her. Only yesterday she paid a courtesy visit to the governor, which we captured. All of this we're going to see on BOS because we don't leave anything out. That will be the next edition. Ladies and gentlemen, let's invite back the general. He has a job to do. Your hands please together for the young guy. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before I do the next task, I would want to apologize to our royal father, the Sultan of Sokoto. Earlier on I said, Rankai Dedi. That was not how I was supposed to say it. So I'll correct myself, sir. My Alparma Serki Muslimi. I'm sure I'm good now, sir. Can you please appreciate me? Thank you for correcting that error. Okay, quickly. These shoes are too big for a small boy like me. I am here to bring up a father, a mentor, a teacher, an astute politician. As far as investments are concerned, he's a mogul in that field. I want to bring up someone who is important and very special here today. And he's no other person than the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in person of His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. The Waziri Adamawa.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by our able Vice President, Kashim Shettima, Your Excellency, Governor Bago, representing the Governors Forum of our country, Your Excellency, our host, Governor Kefas,
That's the honor of Ife, ladies and gentlemen. Your hands together for him. Thank you very much. Once he finishes with his pleasantries and all that, Waziri will continue with his address. Thank you, sir.
Your Royal Highness, the Sultan of Sokoto, and Kaipesi Oni of Ife, and other Royal Highnesses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are running far behind time. What Governor Kefas is trying to do today is what we faced when we came into office in 1999. How do we invite and promote investment, whether local or foreign? Therefore, I would like to use this opportunity to share our experience, which I believe was extremely successful. It is a privilege to participate in such a forum that seeks to explore opportunities and forge partnership to drive the growth and development of our dear state, Taraba, the nature's gift of the nation. I particularly want to thank Your Excellency the Governor and to commend you for your foresight in initiating this pivotal event. Your efforts towards promoting economic growth, prosperity, and improved living standards are clearly evident. This initiative to gather investors, both domestic and international, along with development partners under one roof, aligns with your vision, and let me quote, to build a prosperous, united, and secure Taraba state that serves as a model for growth, economic diversification, and sustainable development. Indeed, if Taraba aspires to realize its potential and grow its economy sustainably, it must endeavor to leverage private sector resources, including, like Aliko Dangote said, finance, skills, and technology. No Nigerian state has the necessary fiscal and financial space to independently drive growth and achieve sustainable development. Building strategic partnerships between the state, private investors, local businesses, and communities is critical in addressing resource gaps and unlocking the potential of the state to facilitate investments. As a private businessman myself, I recognize that investments, foreign and domestic, drive economic growth and development. Here are a few key benefits. First, private investment will help bridge the resource gaps through additional external resource flows and increase internally generated revenue. This is quite evident. Second, private investment will assist the state in leveraging and maximizing the economic potential of its agricultural, which is bountiful, industrial and solid mineral sectors, which Taraba is very well known for. This initiative aims to establish a foundation for a diversified economy and ensure inclusive growth. Third, through skills and technology transfers, private investments can lead to higher productivity and improved competitiveness in local enterprises. Fourth, additional resource flows. Taraba will be able to upgrade its social and economic infrastructure to support economic growth and human capital development. And fifth, investments in education and healthcare services will help develop the capacities and competencies of the state's human resources. Six, with additional resources, Taraba will better support the poor and vulnerable by empowering them, improving their access to basic services and ensuring equitable distribution of resources to minimize poverty. The Taraba economy holds significant investment potential and can be optimized to reap these benefits with the provision of secure and stable investment climate. the government is urged to implement measures that will address investment risks and implement interventions that eliminate bottlenecks in business registration processes. There are 8 essential guidelines I would like to summarize that should direct the government's efforts in attracting investments. These are outlined as follows. An investment generation that is well designed with clear goals, objectives, and strategies. Clear, coherent, and consistent policy measures. Peace, security, and stability in host communities are critical determinants of investment flows. Efficient institutions will make all the difference. Improve supply and quality of infrastructure as it is the backbone of sustainable development. 6, an enduring incentive regime in the sense that incentives must be regularized and must endure so that private sector can help plan their businesses. A reservoir of skilled, semi-skilled and skilled workers will also help. Hold regular consultations with communities before and after investors move to site so that you can monitor their challenges. Therefore, let me end this brief note with an appeal to our distinguished participants. I urge you to engage in meaningful conversations as you identify and see strategic investment opportunities, whether in agriculture, solid minerals, infrastructure, or tourism, which are very, very strategic to the development of Taraba State. Taraba State, with its rich natural resources, strategic location, presents a compelling investment destination. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, do not be discouraged by everyday challenges. You have in Taraba a proactive governor who is ready to support genuine efforts to fully unlock Taraba's potential. God bless you all. Thank you.
Yes, again for Waziri Kaduma, former Vice President, Atiku, GCON. Let the applause lead him until he's seated, please. He's done so well for our country. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Just, I want your attention not to be divided. If your attention is directed towards me, let me make this announcement. I want to make sure that everybody is seated so you can hear this. It's big news for Nigeria, and I don't think we should joke with it. It's not a thing we should be saying in whispers. We have to say it out for the whole world to hear. I don't know if you heard that the Time magazine yesterday proclaimed Aliko Dangote among top 100 philanthropists of the world. Congratulations. I hardly sleep. I'm on TV, I'm on internet and all that. 24 hours, so I got this. Thank you, sir. Now, Kabisi, we're expecting you to baby your hair. I told them that you took me like your son and you celebrated me recently. May God celebrate you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, all near Wife, His Imperial Majesty, Oba Babatunde Enita, Ogumusi, CFR, will speak to us now. The applause should lead him to the stage, please. Sir, thank you. Ogumusi, sir.
Your Excellency, the President, the Father of our nation, ably represented by a very young, very dynamic, a very intelligent, Vice President of our dear nation, thank you for all you do to portray our nation right. Please, I think it deserves a resounding round of applause. Our host governor, a visionary governor, thank you for bringing all of us to Taraba State, especially me. I actually lost hope. I don't think I'll be able to make this event eventually. But very late yesterday night, I got a call from you, through Honorable Tony. I had earlier spoken to His Eminence Sultan of Sokoto, and I told him to give all my good wishes because the logistics for me to get here wasn't properly planned. But a very bullish, very forward-looking governor insisted that I should be here. Either I come late or whatever, he wants me to be here. Please help me say a big thank you and a good resounding round of applause for Dr. Kent. In order to save time, I will stand on all established protocol. For me, it's a great honor and privilege to be here today, for me to share this story that happened to me personally. 22 years ago, I came to Taraba, very young entrepreneur, very forward-looking, trying to make my mark in that space. Today, to the glory of God, I'm a monarch. I had a partner who is also a monarch, the Olofa, and I'm happy Aliko Dangote is here. We were his major distributor for sugar at that time. We came, I took the lead for the crew. 22 years ago, we came to a village called Gembu in Membela Plateau. I took 10,000 bags of sugar to Gembu village. I set up a warehouse there and I started doing my business. But something happened to me that for the rest of my life I will never forget. I never knew and I never believed I was in Nigeria. What a place to be and a place to behold. The memory is still there. That is this truly Nigeria? I've been waiting for this for so long. I've been on this throne for 10 years. To the glory of God, I've been looking forward to what will make this state showcase this kind of opportunity that they have. Taraba State is a land of immense opportunity. Taraba State, from my own personal experience as an entrepreneur, there is nothing in terms of natural resources that you can't get from Taraba State. That period in my life, I started the trade of precious minerals. The best in the world, blue sapphire, we got it from Taraba State. The blue sapphire, when they take it to Bangkok, that's the centerpiece of precious stones in the world. They will tell you it's not from Taraba State. We are always arguing it till date. Why do we have so much resources and will continue to hide under security challenges, so many limiting factors? I'm so opportune to meet the speech of His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, that we should focus more on our strengths more than our weaknesses. The question is, how did we all get here today? How did we all get there today? We should face all these challenges and work towards the betterment of the future for the generation yet unborn. For me, the impact of what we do in our country is not properly felt by us because we are not patriotic enough. Thank God for the likes of Aliko Dangote. I call him President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Private Sector. That is what I call him. Thank you for believing in this country, and I know you can go into several sectors that Taraba will give comparative advantage as a state. And I want to also implore the governor that please don't just sit down on the success story of bringing people to Taraba for it to be a focal point today. What is the aftermath effect of this gathering? It is very important. We talk the talk. Let us walk the talk. It's very important for you to break down this summit into several pockets and see how you can work towards achievement. Forget about the security that we will all be saying, security or whatever. Focus on the strength of Taraba, focus on the strength of the human and material resources you have in Taraba, and smart money will chase you. I bless you, and I bless all the things that you're doing for Taraba. God bless you as a visionary governor, and God bless all the Taraba people. And God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency for copies of leadership. His Imperial Majesty of Babatunde Enitan Ogunwusi, CFR. I still go back to the flowery speech we made to eulogize me when I turned 50 in my trade and 25 years. The US is still trending till today. And I said to him, excuse me, sir, you will take this job from we who actually went to school for it. But look at the way he was flowing. If you agree with it, put your hands together for him again. He actually sold it. We have the president of Ghana represented here today. We would have made it, but somehow he's been represented. I'd like my sister to come, the corporate company. He has a way to do it, but better than we guys can.
Thank you very much, Abubakar. Indeed, we are about to hear from the President of the Republic of Ghana. He not only serves as the 14th President, he also served as the 12th and also as a Vice President. He was earlier introduced as a friend of Nigeria. By representation, I think we can now confirm that he is also a friend of Taraba. I thought you would clap. Thank you. The President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, represented by Honorable Emmanuel Kojo Ayew. Please a round of applause for him as he comes up stage. Please make him feel welcome. You're most welcome, sir. Please let's keep clapping. Let's make him feel welcome. He's come all the way from Ghana to be with us. Thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you very much. His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by His Excellency, the Vice President, Kassim Shettima, GCFR, His Excellency, the former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, GCON, His Excellency, the Eminence Muhammadu Sadibu Bakar, the Sultan of Sokoto, His Excellency Dr. Abe Kefa, the Star Boy, You're truly the star boy of this land. His Excellency the Governors, His Excellency the Ministers of State, His Excellency the Senators here present, the eminent chiefs here present, all protocol observed. Starboy, your brother has asked me to give you a message. Very innovative, but then with time, he said I should just share the 4 months experience since he's been in power as the president of Ghana. He's talking about this because you are unearthing the natural resource in this particular state. We have been mining gold for the past 50 years, or for the past whatever years. But then we were not seeing the impact of gold that we were mining. You have so much natural resources. You're trying to take care of food security. You're also trying to take care of the people of Nigeria. But there has to be a prudence measures. In Ghana now, Your Eminence, for the past 4 months, we have had a lot of challenge with dollar rate as compared to cedi. Even though we have all this gold. But for the past 4 months, dollar has actually dropped from 16 to 12.4. In fact, it's the fastest or is the strongest currency in the world now, according to Bloomberg. And it's all because of one particular prudence measures that your brother, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has put in place for the past 4 months. It's what we're trying to say, we call something gold board. Gold board in the past, basically like you're trying to unearth the natural resource here in Nigeria or in Taraba. We used to export all this gold to Dubai and all over the world without prudence measures. For the past 4 months, nobody can export gold out of Ghana without going through the measures that we have taken place. And with this, now fuel prices has dropped for the past 4 months. With this, dollar has come from 17 to 12.4. With this, lorry fare, everything is going down now in Ghana. With prudence measures, I know very well that what you're doing today will have a lot of impact on the people of Taraba. But also I want to urge you, let us also incorporate more people from the locality. If I say the locality, let us encourage local investment. We have one particular mine in Ghana that is richer than Ghana. The whole Ghana is worth about 75 billion, and this mine is now worth 180 billion. So you ask yourself, what are we benefiting from this gold that has been taken out? But I know with the experience and in all the people around, you will definitely be able to put prudence measures for the people of Taraba to benefit from all these natural resources. On this note, I just want to say thank you very much, and God bless you for bringing us here. Thank you very much. God bless you.
See you later, Mr. President. A good friend of ours, actually, in Lagos, Nigeria, generally. Thank you. Your hands together for Ghana, ladies and gentlemen. Good friends. Jack and Hal will come and tell us a bit about the Taraba Investment Sector Showcase. I mean, the theme, agri, energy, mining, and industrialization. She knows it all. She'll put it in as short a form as possible. Your hands please together. She has been on her feet to see that this event is successful. Well done.
Thank you very much, sir. I stand on existing protocols. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, Taraba is a hidden treasure. All the eminent speakers today have eliminated the boundless opportunities within the state. Opportunities capable of contributing immensely to unlocking the 1 trillion economy envisioned by Mr. President for Nigeria. These untapped opportunities are backed by enabling laws and anchored on a strong commitment to ESG principles. At the heart of Taraba's economic transformation is His Excellency Dr. Abubakar, the enabler-in-chief, whose visionary leadership has established a solid foundation for investors to harness. The time to invest is now. Ladies and gentlemen, Taraba, a diamond in the rock, is open for business. And so, after this event, towards the close, His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, joined by others and the Governor, will walk through the booths behind us, and we will be showcasing the various opportunities that are inherent in Taraba. Once again, thank you.
It must be richer than that, please. Put your hands together for thank you. Now, we've decided to do two things, myself and Pastor. Pastor will talk about our governor as a pan-Nigerian who was raised in where? Okay, let me give it to you then.
Thank you very much. I'll basically don't go, just stand by me, because the governor, born here in Taraba, groomed in the south, particularly in Delta State, and is performing in Jalingo. Little wonder, because his background is speaking for him. Let's put our hands together for the governor. I'd like to stop here because of time and ask the BBC to tell us more about him.
I've been observing his great job from a distance. Taraba's 10-year digital transformation 2023 to 2033 is aimed at integrating ICT into governance, healthcare, and agriculture to position the state as a model of development. The revitalization drive, which includes plans to turn the state into a 10 billion naira rich state by 2030, is going on. And I must say that the provision of power to underserved communities in Taraba State is going on as well. The strategic partnership with CCECC, which is a great one, is bringing a lot of people smiling in Taraba. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you now say to this man who has seen Taraba even into the future? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like us to put a big hand of applause together for the governor, who is the man who's hosting us today, His Excellency Dr. Abubakar, Governor of Taraba State. The hands must lead him onto the podium, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I don't know who's not here. Everybody that matters in every sector is here today, and that is you. Shows you're a nice man yourself.
Your Excellency, President Bola Tinubu, GCA Barrow, President and my Commander-in-Chief, ably represented by my elder brother, my leader, His Excellency, the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, Your Excellency, my brother, the President of Ghana, ably represented by the Minister for Special Development, Mr. Emmanuel Ekekun, Your Excellency, the former Vice President, our father, Atiku Abubakar, Your Excellency, the Chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, represented by my friend, my brother, the Governor of Niger State, Mohammed Babu, representatives of the governors of Adamawa, Bayelsa, Gombe, and Bauchi states, Your Excellencies, ambassadors and high commissioners of the various countries that are here today, my father, my leader, His Eminence Sultan of Sokoto, traditional rulers that are here, Eoni of Ife, the chairman of Council of Chiefs, Taravest, Akuka, the Emir of Muri, the Land of Gashaka, the Garadonga, Chief of Mambila, the Chief of Taraba, and other traditional rulers that are here, religious leader, His Grace, and other pastors that are here, my two senior brothers that have made it, and they are trying to mentor us in business, Aliko Dangote and Mr. Tony. Thank you very much for coming. Other service chiefs that are here and heads of security and other captains of industries, the Speaker of Taravest House of Assembly and his counterpart, and all members of Taravest House of Assembly, members of Taravest Executive Council, the good people of Taravest State, distinguished gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just stop here. I don't really have much to say because much has been said. All I will say is I'm very, very excited today that light has come to Taraba. Your Excellency, Mr. President, all I wanted was your endorsement to the world that Taraba is safe and ready. And today, our leader, the Vice President, is here to approve this investment to the whole world. What I will say now is that Taraba is peaceful, Taraba is safe, Taraba has huge human resources, Taraba has huge natural resources, and today I have created a good business enabling environment for all investors. Our gateway into the state capital is the Sunte Airport where you just came in from. The environment is ready for ease of doing business and your business is guaranteed. My business today is how I can pull all of you back here to invest in Taraba just as the Oni of Ife has said. So once again, thank you very much and God bless you.
This is not finished. No. Put your hands together for him again. Thank you. Now, General, come on, bring another general in the Taraba State Civil Service to do something before the overall general speaks to us. Just before that, I'm sorry. Those who are to fly to Lagos for 2:30 should leave here by 2:30. But if your flight is for 3 p.m., leave here by 2:30. Lagos bound flight people. Thank you.
All right. Standing on the existing protocols, I want to bring up stage for remarks the SGS here in Taraba in person of GT Katabs, Barrister GT Katabs, the Lion of Mambila. Can we please appreciate him?
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the CCO of our time, the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim. You are welcome to Taravest. My responsibility is not to bring my speech, but to move a vote of thanks. I will try as much as possible to make it as brief as I can. Thank you, sir, for coming. Mr. Vice President, thank you for the elaborate airport protocol to make sure you had a handshake with all your people. Welcome to Taraba. Welcome to Nature's Gift to the nation. Your Excellency, our father, the Wazir in Adamawa and Wazir in Taraba, the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Welcome home, sir. Welcome to your home. Welcome to your home. Welcome to the Mambila Plateau, where you are a natural citizen of Taraba State. Your Excellency, the representative of the Vice President, the President of Ghana, welcome to the home of your friend, His Excellency, our neighbor governor, the star boy, Dr. Abubakar, the governor of Taraba State. Your Excellency, the governor of Niger State, the apostle of Niger State and the apostle of agriculture. You know, when you came to speak, Your Excellency, I thought you were going to do those, your gospel singing songs on stage here today. Before His Eminence, the Sultan, would come. Well, thank you for coming, and thank you, sir, that your brother is doing just what you are doing for the people of Niger State, and agriculture is the focus, and that is why everybody is invited here. Your Excellencies, the representatives and the deputy governors of Bauchi, Adamawa, and Gombe, welcome to Taraba State. The Honorable Minister for Regional Development, welcome home, sir, and thank you for coming. Your Excellency, I'm told the Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria private sector, Aliko Dangote, welcome home, sir. Welcome to your home in Lao. It's good to have you back, sir. And if you are the President and Commander-in-Chief of private sector, then I think that Chief Tony Odomelu should be the Commander-in-Chief of the banking sector of Nigeria. You are welcome home, sir. Your Eminence, the Oanisa. We gave up hope that you were going to come, sir. And when we thought you were not going to make it, you appeared. You are welcome to Taraba State, and welcome to Mambila, sir. The same Mambila you know that has the best blue sapphire is still there, sir. And your Eminence, you can still come and invest on those sapphires because they are still untapped. His Excellency is unlocking those sites today for you to come, sir. And let me be your agent because I'm also from Mambila, your Eminence. Your Majesty, the Abubakar, leading all our traditional rulers in Taraba State. Thank you, sir, for hosting all our traditional rulers. Your Eminence, the Archbishop, sir. Thank you for coming, and thank you for leading all the other bishops that are here to come and grace the occasion at home. And welcome home, sir. You may also wish to know that while you were away, Kona now has a second-class chief, sir. So welcome home. Our National Assembly members that are here, you are welcome home on behalf of His Excellency and the Governor of Taraba State. Our elder brother, Chief Musa Dajuma, welcome home, sir. And by today's event, I am sure that you are going to bring all the investors back to the state to invest in all spheres that we have. Let me especially, on behalf of His Excellency and the good people of the state, welcome all our diplomats. Thank you very much for your patience at the airport. When we were told that we needed to accreditate diplomats, it was a problem because we don't accredit diplomats. Anywhere you go to the airports, they have a free passage. So it was a very difficult task. But thank you for your understanding. And thank you. I was surprised when diplomat had to queue to join our buses. Thank you very much for your understanding. You are welcome to Taraba. Taraba is open for investment. Let me, Your Excellency, on your behalf, welcome our Kenyan friends, the Kim Chim Chim Group, the biggest farmers, producers and exporters of tea in Kenya who are here, and other investors that have come here to look at what we have in Taravest. On behalf of His Excellency, let me now welcome and say thank you to all our invited guests that have come and have listened patiently to this occasion. Once again, thank you for coming to Taravest, and we wish you safe journey back to your various destinations. God bless you all. Thank you very much. And sorry, TOA just told me that we have the representative of the governor of Delta State here. My apologies, sir. Thank you for coming to Taraba State, and thank you for gracing this occasion. And we have two. Okay, the representative of Governor of Delta State is here with the Chief of Staff and the CEA, Dr. Bani. You are all welcome, and thank you for coming to Taraba State. I do not intend to do the work of the Masters of Ceremony. I don't know why they kept me down. Thank you for coming to Taraba. God bless you.
By the way, the governor himself is away, that's why he's not here. Because I hear that the bond between the governor and our governor in Taraba, not a small thing. Put your hands together for the governor of Delta State, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And you know what I said, and I must say it, because I don't have to talk. I said, but they said the whole of Delta don't leave, go APC now. If I were there in a PDP, see, there's nothing like friendship. Put your hands together for the friendship that I'm seeing here. Delta said nothing will feed the vibe them, and Taraba, the politics goes down. This is a friendship of many, many years. I was excited when I said it. I was asking. May God bless you guys. Well done. Now, Barrister Alhaji Kabir Marawa, retired permanent secretary, and Wali Nubi, a Taraba State here, has asked me that he wants to talk to this vice president. He loves him so much. He said, well, you to talk about him every day. Make me say, talk my own. Your hands please together. This man is an heir apparent. He will be coming here very soon.
Please, I withdraw that statement. I told nobody that I want to be an emir. Your Excellencies, all protocols duly observed, respected, protected, maintained, and promoted. My business this evening, sir, is simple and simplified. To invite a personality that is maximally educated, intellectually sophisticated, great and courageous, husband of Nana, chairman of the National Economic Council, chairman of the Presidential Privatization Council, and vice president of the Republic of Nigeria for his annual staff.
The President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ably represented by the Minister for Special Development Initiatives of Ghana, Mr. Emmanuel Abiyoku. The elder statesman, Waziri Adamawa, former Vice President Alhaji Atiku, Abubakar. Our chief host, the star boy, His Excellency the Governor of Taraba State, Dr. Abubakar. Another star boy, the former Governor, His Excellency Muhammadu Umaru Bago. And I want to sit on protocol and celebrate the greatest black man in the past 300 years, who single-handedly established the largest single train refinery in the world, with the capacity to refine 650,000 barrels of oil per day. 67% of Nigeria's refining capacity, occupying 2,635 hectares, larger than Victoria Island, employing 135,000 Nigerians and trained 900 engineers abroad. He started this project in 2007-2008. If he had invested in 19 billion that it took him to set up the Dangote refinery, in Microsoft, in Amazon, in Google, is going to be worth $120 billion now. But he decided to invest in his own country. Aliko Dangote, his twin brother, my boss, a philanthropist extraordinary, the chairman of UBA, Mr. Tony Elumelu. His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, and his twin brother, the owner of Ipe, have become the stabilizing factors in Nigerian political firmament. Wherever you go, I was in Imo last week. The Sultan was there building bridges of fraternity and togetherness. This is why I said some few months back in Katsina that he is not the Sultan of Sokoto. He is the Sultan of Nigeria based in Sokoto. Your Eminence, you are very grateful. Your Imperial Majesty, we sincerely appreciate you. His Grace Archbishop Ignatius Kaigama is a Borno man in diaspora. So when Alhaji Kabiru referred to Borno and Abuja not up to Taraba, I dare to say that the Wapan, the Pangon, the Chamba, the Ichen, the Tegon, the Bandawa, the Ndula, the Wano, and many other groups that form the Pararapa Federation are tracing their ancestry from Borno, from the Lake Chad region. So by extension, Taraba is a vassal of Borno, so I think we have greater connection to Taraba state. That was why I had the audacity to ask the governor to give me land to farm in Taraba state. The elder statesman whom I cherish very much, Reverend Johnny Nyame. You are a good man. The senator representing Taraba North, a man with 9 lives, Senator Isa Shoaib. The senator representing Taraba South, my very good friend, David Jumputa. But you have to manage your way, you are expanding it. So you know, deputy governors are very sensitive people. There was a time Alhaji Gelba Malu, Haruna Malu, went to Maiduguri and I was the governor, and I received him very warmly. So an opportunity came for him to pay me back. When I saw papers from him when he was the acting governor of Taraba State, he said I treated him well, and he is now the senator representing Taraba Central, distinguished Senator Haruna Malu. The honorable member representing Gashaka Kurmi Sardona Federal Constituency, Honorable David Agolpo. The honorable member representing Ukari Ipi Federal Constituency, Prince Ayuba Zaku Dampa. The honorable member representing Lao Karem Lamido Arbo Kola Federal Constituency, Honorable Mohammed Abdullahi. My brother, the immediate past minority leader of the House of Representatives and chairman of the main organizing committee of the Taraba Investment Summit, Honorable Ndudi Elumelu. Your Excellency, you've shown your pan-Nigerian credentials by picking my brother to head that team. You are indeed a star boy. We are now in the phase of governance. We have moved beyond politics. In the 2023 contest, I supported Senator Emmanuel Bacha to be the governor of Taraba State. And God, in his infinite wisdom, entrusted me with the saddle of leadership in Taraba State. When your daughter was getting married, you went to my place and invited me for the function. I came here and we did a little act of generosity of spirit that Father endeared you to me. Al-Hadi Kabiru, at the reception called Operation Prayers, you intervened and said we prayed in the church. Let's continue with the program. It was a generosity of spirit, a magnanimity, a symbol of tolerance. And this is why I wholeheartedly endorse the statement by Archbishop Kegama that to tolerate someone else's religion is an act of power and wisdom. To fail to tolerate someone because of his or her religion is an act of weakness. Tolerance is the pivot for nation building in every pluralistic society. It is an inevitable ingredient for peace, which harmonizes different religious and ethnic groups in a heterogeneous system. You told me your aunt, under whose care you grew up, Hajia Talatu is a Muslim. That is religious tolerance. I appreciate you. I adore you. I respect you. The Minister of State for Regional Development is one of the soil on our Obama Gari Amuru. Heads of federal government agencies and senior government officials. And I dare to say, I pray the forgiveness of our deputy governor here. I am a vice president, so we are at the same level, so I have to appreciate and celebrate deputy governors. And the Abu Ukari, the leader of the Kanuri diaspora in Taraba, and the area of Muri, my Fulani slave, whom I will take him back to Abuja probably. Lamido Gashaka, Chief of Mambila Baji, Gara Donga, Kur Takum, the Speaker and members of the Taravest State House of Assembly, the SSG and members of the Taravest State Executive Council, members of the Taravest State Security Council, members of the press, members of the diplomatic corps present, honored guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Each part of Nigeria is a gift to the other. Each complements the other so profoundly that the deficiency of one region is often redeemed by the sufficiency of the other. Our ultimate awakening as a nation begins with this realization that no part of this country can thrive in isolation. What Taraba offers the nation is more than its breathtaking mountains or fertile valleys. It is a strategic contribution to our shared prosperity. That is why we are here. That is why this summit matters. The world is experiencing a new wave of industrial revolution. This moment calls on us to increase the scale of our productivity to reflect the magnitude of our population. It demands that our farmers transition from the use of hoes and cutlasses to tractors and harvesters. It demands that our energy suppliers move beyond power and household to energize in large-scale industries. Our mining sector must also evolve to meet global demands and standards. This is how we compete with the rest of the world. This is how we stay relevant. The reforms we have undertaken as a government are not arbitrary. They are deliberate steps to build an economy where enterprise thrives, while the confidence of investors is not a gamble but a guarantee. We are determined to ensure that investment does not remain a tale of Lagos and Abuja alone. We are expanding the map of economic inclusion to include Jalingo, Yembu, Takum, Ukari, Bali, and every enterprising corner of Taraba. This summit, in essence, is not just a call for investment, it is a call for partnership. The wealth of resources in Taraba is too vast to be reduced to mere statistics. What we seek are collaborators, partners in progress. The federal government is fully committed to supporting every step you take after this gathering. We are not distant observers. We are here with you, ready to provide the institutional backing to turn ideas into accomplishments. Post-sufficiency is the first currency of national stability. This is why we have prioritized agriculture as the anchor of our national strategy. This administration has rolled out various interventions to boost agricultural productivity and reduce our dependence on food imports. Taraba's role in this vision is central. From the export-grade tea and coffee grown on its hills to the livestock grazed here that feed the nation's feed industry. This state is an agricultural powerhouse that must be fully harnessed. One of Taraba's most generous gifts to this nation is in an area where it will remain in deficit, the energy sector. The Kashimbira Dam, Nigeria's largest hydroelectric dam. It's not merely a monument of engineering. It is a symbol of what is possible when we dream and deliver. It tells us that Nigeria's industrial future is not in the pages of a document. It is here. It is now. It is achievable. If we make the right policy choices and align them with the direction the world is headed. Taraba also stands as a mineral treasure trove in the world transition into clean energy. The global shift towards electric vehicles and clean technologies demands lithium, cobalt, and nickel. These are minerals embedded in this soil. But we cannot participate in this global race to the future if we don't open our doors wide and welcome investors to work with us, invest in us, and grow with us. We are not naive. We know that our growing population is a cry for an industrial solution. We cannot live on raw produce and unprocessed minerals. What we need are factories to add value, process to drive innovation, and industrial parks to convert ideas into impact. But above all, we need visionaries. We need those who see beyond the narrow confines of trade and into the transformative possibilities of industry. We need people like Aliko Dangote. We need people like Tony. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the trajectory of global growth is facing Africa, and Nigeria will make or mark that transition. I dare to put forward at every opportunity that 1 out of every 4 black men is a Nigerian. And by 2050, Nigeria will be the 3rd most populous nation on earth. We are going to surpass the United States. Our population will hit 440 million people. And what are we going to do with the anticipated population bulge? We can turn the anticipated bulge into demographic dividends, or it will be the demographic disaster that will consume all of us. I believe we have the men, the resources, and the capabilities to transform our young population into engines of growth. The whole of Europe is aging. Even the Asian tigers, they are aging. China is aging. But the average age of the Nigerian nation is 16.7. According to Compare, a global consultancy outfit, by 2035 there will be 65 million global talent deficits. The United States, Russia, and Brazil will each suffer from 6 million talent deficits. And we have a very young and virile population. We can fill in that gap. The highest we have ever earned from the process of oil was $35 billion in 2011 under former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. From outsourcing alone, India generated $120 billion last year. So the opportunities abound. There are more English speakers in Nigeria than in India. And with all due respect, the intonation, I believe most of the Western audiences here could get what I was talking about. The intonation of the Nigerian English, with all due respect, is superior to the Indian variety. Am I not right? And our proximity to Europe is an added advantage. So I wish to call on all of us, irrespective of differences in political affiliations, religious persuasion, tribal or sectional background, let us fuse into one. Because poverty knows no ethnicity, no religion, or culture. Let us unite as a people. I'm a Muslim. I'm a Kanuri man. But some of my greatest benefactors in life do not share my faith. Neither do they speak my language. One of them is seated here. The other is in Obia in Lagos. Here is Aliko Dangote. It's only Aliko that I can claim proximity because his children are Kanuris. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I want to end on a positive note by extending my warm congratulations to the star boy, His Excellency Dr. Abubakar, for his bold, vision, and leadership. There is no doubt that you are chosen to reshape the destiny of your people. This is a defining moment for Taraba, and I want you to know that the federal government, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is here with you to work hand in hand as you journey from potential to prosperity. It is therefore with great optimism and a deep sense of national purpose that I, on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, declare the Taraba International Investment Summit 2025 officially open. Thank you.
Your hands together for Mr. President, represented by the Vice President. But the Vice President would remain here for picture opportunities. Is leading everyone here, the Vice President, the star boy himself, the farmer governor, the Sultan, the representative of the governors. Please, I'd like also that the President of Ghana's representative is also here, Mr. Tony Dangote. We might have to do this in batches. Ladies and gentlemen, the photograph session will be done in batches so that we don't get it so crowded. What we need to do is we can move up the stairs. The representative of Bayelsa State Governor, back of Delta State.
You've been watching a live broadcast of the Taraba International Investment Summit, a strategic platform designed to showcase Taraba's untapped potential to the world. In attendance are the Vice President of Nigeria, Kashim Shettima, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Taraba State Governor, Abubakar, traditional and religious leaders. The summit, which brings together investors, business leaders, policymakers, and development partners, is meant to spotlight the state's vast opportunities across agriculture, energy, mining, and industrial sectors. It also aims to foster meaningful partnerships, attract sustainable investments, and position Taraba State as Nigeria's next economic frontier.